What's up, Moon Lords? It's your boy Jason Alexander with another financial astrology update on AMC that we do each and every week. This week we have a full moon incoming. The full moon hits on Sunday. However, we get the full moon move within 3 days before the full moon, which lands on a Friday. Okay, so I'm looking very forward to this week, and I'm looking forward to that Monday, the day after the full moon. Which isn't this coming Monday, but the Monday after that. But anyway, we're going to keep this week's DD very, very simple. We're mainly going to focus on this full moon and what that means for AMC, because you know you get a lot of big moves around the full moon times. And we're not going to look at the stars too much, because the stock is getting heavily manipulated. And even though the stars are telling us a lot about what's happening with the company, it's hard to see what's going to happen with the price because the stock is so heavily manipulated. However, we can still see in the stars that the earning call was going to go really good. We can see that Adam was going to do his thing. We saw that we're going to beat earnings. We saw that we're going to have some futuristic announcements, and all that stuff kind of played out perfectly. Okay, and the fact that we didn't skyrocket the next day after that earnings call is all the proof we need of stock manipulation, and we simply need to buy and hold. But I'm very, very, very excited for this up and coming week, because we are in the second week of this waxing moon phase leading into the full moon, and the technicals are really, really lining up for that. So let's jump into the chart and see that. Welcome to the Market Moon Lord, where we merge the matrix with the stars. I'm your host, Jason Alexander, the blue moon of Neptune, here to help you navigate through the illusions of life. So we have a full moon over here on August 22nd, which is a Sunday. However, we get the full moon move within 3 days. So that looks like Friday could be a great day for a full moon move, but it could bleed into the Monday after this week. Okay, just keep that in mind. But we have a full moon August 22nd, and I went ahead and wrote the other moons coming up. So September 6th, we have a new moon. And then September 20th, we have a full moon. Now, why am I telling you guys about those phases after this up and coming phase? And this is why. When I look at the technicals over here, the MACD, when we look down here, we can see we're finally on the daily. We're squeezing into green on the MACD. You see that? Which is, to me, is very, very good for a big push. It looks like we could get a big push at the end of the week on that full moon. However, when I look at what was happening over here on the MACD, before we had the run to, that $14 mark to 70, you can see right here, we went into a whole phase, and we started pushing green, and then we finished the entire phase without getting a lot of pressure until after the full moon. And then we had a massive amount of pressure going into that eclipse, right? So it could be something very similar, okay? We just literally, if we look over here, at the end of this full moon, it was at the very end of the red of the MACD down here. So you can see over here at the end of the dying moon, it was red, and then right after the new moon, it started turning green, and at the end of that waxing phase for the eclipse, we popped. And so we're setting up just like that perfectly over here, okay, for a full moon pop, okay, which again, the full moon is on Sunday, so Monday also could look very interesting for a full moon pop. And I'm not talking about this Sunday and Monday, I'm talking about the Sunday and Monday after this Sunday and Monday, okay? Full moon is on the 22nd. We're talking about the Sunday of the 22nd, and then Monday the 23rd will be another potential move, climax day, okay? Because look, we have the full moon eclipse over here, and then literally it kept running days after the full moon, which could be the same thing after this one, okay? Now, another thing is that move lasted from this waxing into the next waxing, which is why I went ahead and threw these phases up. Okay, so we could get a jump and then consolidate a little bit, or keep jumping into the waning phase like we did over here, and then the new moon will be on the 6th, and then maybe we keep traveling, consolidating, okay, and not get that dip like we did over here, okay? But that's just food for thought. Now, you can see where I have my lines. We have a perfect line at the $31 mark. And look at how we bouncing off of that perfectly, okay? Look at that. Because we saw that was the low over here on this waxing. So I figured this would be the low over here on this waxing, which it sure is. Now, it does look weaker than the previous waxing, but this waxing is not over. Keep that in mind, okay? We still have the whole entire week for the blue background to keep going. Now, for me to say we're in any type of squeeze energy, we need to be around this mark or above by Thursday, okay? Because Friday we can get that big move. Now, what's really cool is last Friday we actually went green, okay? And that was like the first Friday that we've been green in a very, very long time, okay? So I am optimistic that we could go green for a big move this coming Friday. And I mean big move, but we have to be around this $46 mark, okay? Now, why am I saying $46? Well, when we went to this big eclipse, okay, and when I say squeeze energy, I want to go past where we went over here, okay, and we went all the way to $73, okay, and the medium range of that was $46, okay. We haven't had strong enough energy like that since that eclipse, since that full moon, okay. So for us to squeeze past that, we need to be at least at this $46 mark. Now, look at what happened on the previous waxing. We literally bounced off that $46 mark twice and couldn't break resistance right there, okay? So if we're able to break resistance by Thursday, then even honestly, if we do it on Friday, if we break that $46 mark on Friday, then that following Monday, the 23rd of August, could be squeeze territory as well, okay? So I am looking for that $46 mark. If we don't get there and we're like 45, 44, the move probably won't be past the $70 mark is all I'm saying. Okay. I'm looking for the really, really big move, that full moon that's going to reset us after we had this eclipse that took us to $73. Okay. So the August 22nd, 2021 is what we're looking for. Is the full moon we're looking for. This coming Friday, we're looking for a big move above 46 for squeeze energy into Monday. Or if we get it Thursday, maybe Friday can be the squeeze energy day. The RSI, the MACD over here is looking very similar to what happened over here. Okay, so I'm optimistic based on the technicals. The technicals are lining up for the full moon pop. And the stars are lining up for the chart is also lining up for a full moon pop. Because as soon as we had this new moon, you can clearly see we had more green. We were no longer dipping, and we're slowly starting to create that uptrend. Exactly what I was looking for on the last video. Okay, so to me, AMC. We're having a hard time tracking it with the stars because of manipulation, but AMC is still moving with the moon phases, and we can still look for a full moon pop this coming full moon, okay? Now, I'm going to take a quick peek at the stars to see if there's any major changes happening that's worth mentioning, but if not, the DD is mainly going to stop right there because we're just going to really focus on the very basics, and that's the full moon. Just like we're the moon lords. What can I say? Okay. Now, if you made it this far in this video and haven't hit the like button and want to show your boy some support, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you're new here and haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And if you are a moon lord and you're not on the Discord, you're missing out. There's a great community there, all sorts of DD going down. Go ahead and check us out at the Market Moon Lord Discord. And keep in mind, this coming Monday, I'm probably going to go live. And if you guys want a live reading, go ahead and check us out then. Okay, so I'm going to pause this real quick, and I'm going to look at the stars to see if there's anything I want to mention to you guys. Okay, so when I look at the chart for Monday, August 16th, against on top of AMC's chart, one of the biggest things I see that's sticking out to me is we do have a lot of blue lines for this week, so that's looking pretty sexy. But I want to look at this Venus, okay? We have a Venus trine the ascendant 0 degrees and Venus trine Venus also at 1 degree off. Whenever we get a Venus trine, a Venus, that's very significant for aesthetics, money, abundance, relationships. Venus rules relationships. Venus rules money. Venus rules things looking pretty beautiful. Venus is on top of AMC's ascendant. That's the company's persona, how they want to project themselves. Okay, so it looks like AMC with this Venus energy could be potentially getting into merger activity, building relationships with other companies to merge later. We talked about how or we saw Adam talk about how they are talking to GameStop, are looking to collaborate there. So that looks very interesting. Remember, Venus also rules money, and AMC is looking to do some cryptocurrency stuff, whether it's something Bitcoin or making an NFT. So that's what's up. And as far as the aesthetics look for AMC, as far as them making changes aesthetically, that is definitely a potential thing. Now, Emily brought it to my attention. You guys know astrologer Emily. She brought it to my attention that after AMC gets out of this Mercury period, it's going to enter a Venus Time Lord period. And that also happens right when Venus returns on top of AMC's Venus. So that's very, 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 very interesting. But we're going to talk a little bit about that on Monday during the live stream. But Venus is starting to turn up for AMC. We also have Pluto that is going to go forward in a couple months over AMC's Venus, which is also very significant for takeovers, mergers, sudden changes of resources and money. So I'm really, really feeling this Venus trying to ascend it coming into the week. And that's going to last all week. Now, that's what's up. That's looking great. And then on Monday, the moon is making a great aspect to Mars and Uranus. That's super volatile, sudden changes. So we got a very volatile Monday, that's for sure. Now, I'm going to kind of look into the rest of the week to see if there's any big things that I want to talk about here. Okay, so I just went to Tuesday for AMC. And right off the bat, we have a moon conjunct Mercury, 0 degrees. Okay, I like that a lot. We know Mercury does move AMC typically positively, especially getting aspects for the moon. And the moon is right on top of Mercury coming into Tuesday. Now, the transiting Mercury is also making awesome aspects to AMC. We have a transiting Mercury sextiling the moon and trine Pluto. So yeah, it looks like we're going to get some significant news for Tuesday or significant price action for Tuesday, but I am very, very bullish for Tuesday for all this Mercury moon energy. Let me see what else I see. Okay, so coming into Wednesday, now look at this Mercury. It's conjunct Mars in the sky, sextiling Pluto, or trine Pluto and sextiling the moon, and that's the same thing with this Mars up here. So this looks like very fast cutting volatile energy again. Okay, and then we have Venus going conjunct on Mars. Okay, so I am suspicious of Wednesday because there's a lot of strong energy, but it could go either direction with that type of stuff. And then we look at the moon in the sky. It's also making a square to Mars. Okay, that's negative. So yeah, we got a lot of Mars energy, a lot of Mercury energy. Basically what I'm looking for this week is catalyst news, especially Tuesday, Wednesday, with all this Mercury, moon energy, Mars energy. This looks like we could be getting some significant catalyst-like news. Now, the major significant change for Thursday on AMC is the sun. The sun is making a trine to the sun, 0 degrees. That's really good for company reputation. That's really good for news with the CEO, management, changes with that area of life, changes with the authority of AMC. The sun likes to illuminate, likes to bring attention to things. So a lot of attention will be on AMC Thursday, having the sun trine the sun. I like that a lot. And the moon will be going opposite of Jupiter. That's very expansive like energy because Jupiter rules expansion, luck. The transiting moon is making an aspect to Saturn. So Saturn is getting touched. That's a very stabilizing like energy. So maybe there's a lot of tension on AMC, but maybe the move is pretty stable or consistent, whatever the move's going to be. And then Venus is pulling up even closer to conjunct that Mars, okay? So Thursday is looking significant just based on the sun trine sun. Let's look for news on the management from the company, the CEO of the company, because the sun does rule the president, the CEO, pretty much Adam of the company. Okay, so let's look for very interesting news this week, especially on Thursday. Let's take a look at Friday, because Friday will be 3 days before the full moon, and that's what we're looking for, the big move. Okay, so I could definitely see Friday, things going down on Friday. First of all, we have the moon in the first house of AMC. The first time we closed in January, the moon was in the first house for AMC. This is also where AMC is going to be having its full moon that we're having on Sunday. It's going to be in the first house, and that moon is still going to be in the first house coming into that Monday. Okay, so right off the bat, the moon having the full moon energy in the first house to me is bullish, and it's pretty much right on top of the sun. It's 3 degrees off. Okay, is that significant? And the moon is making a good aspect to the midheaven. The company's also has to do with the company's reputation. Now let's look at the sun again on AMC. The sun on AMC this week is lit. All right, this is still trying the sun 0 degrees, but now it's making a sextile to the luckiest planet of the sky. The most expansive planet of the sky, Jupiter, is 0 degrees. So honestly, it does look like we are expanding this week. I mean, overall, this looks like a very expansive week. We do have some serious Mars energy, but they all are positive aspects. So I expect some quick moves. And just based on the fact that we're in the waxing period, the MACD is starting to turn green. We're about to have a full moon, a blue full moon at that. It's a blue full moon, meaning this is the second full moon we've had in Aquarius for the second time in a row. Okay, this is a very significant. It's a blue moon. It's rare. Okay, and just like that eclipse that we had back in May was rare, this full moon is rare. It's happening in the first house of AMC. The sun is getting touched by all sorts of positive aspects. We got some expansive Jupiter energy coming in. We do have Mars energy, but hopefully that is just to add fuel to the fire of upside. And we've been having a lot of Mercury energy this week that shows a lot of news, a lot of communication. So I'm very excited for this week. You guys let me know if this matching up with any of you guys' DD. You guys let me know if you guys also are seeing similar changes or similar thoughts into the future. Also, one thing I want to mention, all this Jupiter energy that we're getting this week is also good for legal matters, us getting justice. All right, so I definitely think we might be getting some justice this week. I'm very excited for this week. This is a full moon. Go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't already. I would appreciate that. And if you're new here, haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe if you like DD like this. We do this each and every week for AMC. And go ahead and check us out at the Market Moon Lord, because we're talking about all sorts of things there that are outside this YouTube channel. And there's a great community of people, a great support system there. I fucking love it. You guys will too if you're a Moon Lord. All right, so I'm Jason Alexander, the Blue Moon of Neptune, here to help you navigate through the illusions of life. You're watching the Market Moon Lord, where we merge the makers with the motherfucking stars. Until next time, peace.
Jason Alexander, the Blue Moon of Neptune.